Thank you very much. Morning, guys. Welcome to our Thursday Q&A. We're going to be discussing Harmony Gold today with Matt, and then Sean's going to do a technical bit for us. And then we'll have a bit of a discussion afterwards. I see the guys are slow to come in. We'll take them as they come in, but let's fire away. Matt, take it away.
Thanks, Arl, and good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another discussion on Harmony. So today we'll be chatting about the events that have happened since our last report, which was released in March. There have been a number of updates for Harmony. Firstly, they released a 9-month operational update in which they raised production guidance off of the back of higher grades. They also noted the higher average gold price received. They've also concluded 5-year wage agreements, which provides some level of certainty around the labour costs and the annual increases associated with that. And then in the operational guidance, they've also raised guidance. What we've done is we've updated our valuation. The gold price has increased a lot. The guidance that they've given has increased, so we've increased our intrinsic value. But at this stage, we still maintain our sole recommendation. So on the operational update, and just bear in mind that these are normally quite information light. So there's only a couple of points or data points which they provide, but it was all good. So the group achieved higher grades, and that improved production and costs compared to the prior period. So the grades increased 8% to 6.16 grams per ton, and gold production increased 10% to just over 1 million ounces of gold. The average price increased 9% to 1,928. It's much higher currently. The exchange rate also weakened. And that essentially means that they get to bring in more rand for every ounce, all else equal. The byproducts are very small, but they did say that they increased significantly. The contribution is 4% to revenue, and they increased substantially due to higher production and high average prices, but it's very small. Total costs were lower, and then they've now got a much stronger net cash position, 1.5 billion in net cash, and then they've got about, including cash and undrawn facilities, about 11.5 billion rand, which gives them a lot of balance sheet flexibility. Also very important for these guys, because they've got quite a labor-intensive operation. They've reached a 5-year wage agreement with the labor unions, and that agreement basically says that the labor costs will increase by 6% annually, and that gives them a lot of certainty with regards to their costs over the next 5 years. So overall, that's very positive for Harmony. And then also, as part of the operational update, they increased their guidance. But subsequent to this operational update, they released another note and basically said that the guidance that they gave in the note, that will be exceeded. And the results are going to be due towards the end of August. And I know there is another Harmony call on the calendar, so we'll chat about those results probably at that stage. So before I get into the valuation, I just want to show you what the graph that we showed in March. So this is the 1-year performance of the local gold producers versus the global gold producers. So in March, and it's the performance over 1 year. So going back to March, Harmony had significantly outperformed the global peers, along with Gold Fields. We thought that this outperformance was unlikely to continue, given that the gold price has got a limited runway, in our view. So it basically lacks a key driver. And I want to show you what the chart looks like as of yesterday. So you can see Gold Fields has kind of gone back and performed in line with the rest of peers, but Harmony is still significantly outperformed global and local peers. We still think that this is unlikely to continue given the strong run. The gold price has increased a lot, but from this point, we don't think it's going to go much higher. We had that same view in March. We were clearly wrong on that. But going forward, I think they do lack a key driver in terms of gold price. And then just on our valuation, as I said, we've updated some of the inputs, gold price and gold production. I still think there's some downside for Harmony. It's now a lot higher than 162 Rand. So it's quite a volatile. It's been quite volatile over the last couple of days, and this downside's a lot bigger as of today. So our recommendation is to sell. Yeah, that's it from my side. I'll hand over to Sean now for the technicals before we go into Q&A.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. You can see the chart there of Harmony. That was until yesterday. It's trading above its 21 and 50-day moving averages, as well as the 200-day moving average. So the long-term trend is still bullish, while the medium trend is, I'm calling it neutral, as it's moving sideways in a narrow trading range for the past 4 months, going back until April. So in the short term, you can see the share price. This is yesterday. The share price gapped up higher yesterday, having also recently bounced off that lower support of that trading range around about the 156 level. The upper resistance of that trading range is around about 186, and even above that, the longer term target would be at 204, about 204.5. So the bullish price action, you can see at the bottom there, it's confirmed by the MACD indicator. It crossed just into overbought territory yesterday, and looks like it's moving above its trigger line. The share price, as Matt said, now is trading far above its intrinsic value of 142. I see right now it's trading flat to slightly down to 177.65. I don't know. You can write it out to see if you can reach that upper resistance. But if I don't have the shares, I'd rather wait for a pullback to that support zone around about 156, 150 level. And if that doesn't hold, you can also maybe see the 200-day moving average as an entry point. That's about 136, and even further than that, 120. Those would be ideal levels to get into. So yeah, that's how I see the chart.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Thanks, Matt. Looking at the chart here, I don't think that support trend line is going to be broken. I mean, this price action's strong. And when it goes into a push, every time you see the thing going up, you see a lot of green bars in a row. So I think, we're stuck in a bit of a consolidation now towards the right-hand side, where you can see the parallel lines. But I mean, if this thing goes back up to 200, it's definitely a sell, because it's going to make a double top there. And then if that double top comes back, it's going to definitely test the support line again. So the two areas of interest for you as traders should be to sell around the 200 level, and to then definitely buy the thing around 156, as Sean has said, because that's a very, very strong support. We've currently got a sell recommendation on it, because fundamentally we think the gold price is a bit much. It's done its bit. And yeah, I didn't realize they were sitting on so much cash, man. Oh, Omni's got a lack of cash pile there.
Yeah, balance sheet's very strong for them.
Fantastic. Okay, let's see if we got any questions from the audience. Guys, I'm going to pop into the chat, see if there's anything there. James says, how would the EVA copper development affect the future valuation?
Yeah, so at the moment, it's way too small. We'll need more information in the future about it. We're quite neutral on copper. There's a lot of it all over the world. So yeah, I don't have a. It will impact the valuation at some stage. Might be a bit early for now.
Okay, thank you. Alex, are you still hearing an echo? Sure. Anybody else hearing an echo? So that we know we've got a problem. The rest of the guys not hearing us at all. Valdemar, show us a thumbs up there. Is there an echo on your side? No echo. Okay, Vessel says no echo. Okay, cool. Marie says no. Rajesh says fine. Okay, guys, have you got any more questions for Matt on Harmony? I think it's clear. The thing is slightly overvalued from a fundamental perspective. It looks like it's pushing again, maybe up to the resistance level at the top there, and then probably down to 156 again, or to the trend line, the upward slanting trend line, and then it's definitely a buy. So this is definitely a stock that you can trade more actively if you look at the resistance levels there. If you sold it, bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 trades in a couple of months. So definitely stuck in range at the moment, and I wouldn't play anywhere except for on those boundaries if I was to trade this thing. I don't see any other questions. What I did want to ask you guys is I'm going to quickly, where's my poll? Can't see the polls. I had a poll. Anyway, I wanted to know if you guys could help us out with this stockbroker survey. 1 or 2 of you have indicated that you've completed it. We've put the link again in the chat, and I realize you guys don't have the link once we close the meeting. So if you just pop onto one of those links and just copy that link and paste it in your browser, please, man. Then and complete that survey for us. We learn a lot from that to understand what it is you guys need from us. And I know it's a lengthy survey. It takes quite a while. But you also stand a chance to win 10,000 from Crotham and another 10,000 from PSG. So there's a lucky draw for our participants, and there's a lucky draw for all participants across all the firms that are partaking in the survey. You've got 2 chances of winning 10,000 bucks into your BDA account for completing this, spending about 20 minutes of time onto completing that survey. So if you would please do that for us, we'd really appreciate it. Let me see. I've got new messages here. It says, okay, sounds we're okay, but slides not. Nolan, can you see the slide now? Right.
Usually when I present, I put it in. I give like the audience the functionality to flick through the slides themselves. So you might have maybe flick through it and then we're out of sync. But there should be a button that says go back to the live slides.
Okay. Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Richard says, when will Viewpoint Plus be up and running again? Is Viewpoint down, Sean? I didn't know that it was down.
We still got issues with it, yeah. So it's working, but it's still got issues.
Okay. So, but I mean, the prices are updating.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. I don't see any further questions, so I'm going to close the call. We'll be back next week discussing Aspen. Vaughan will be with us next week. So we're looking forward to that. And then we'll see you all again next week, Thursday, same time, same place. Thanks for joining us. Have a nice day.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.